direction.
Is she to be buried in Christian burial when she willfully seeks her own salvation?
I tell thee she is. And therefore make her grave straight. The crowner hath sat on her, and finds a Christian burial.
How can that be, unless she drowned herself in her own defense?
Oh, it is found so.
It must be se offendendo, but cannot be else, for here lies the point. If I drown myself wittingly, it argues an act, and an act hath three branches. It is to act, to do, to perform. Argal, she drowned herself wittingly.
Nay, hear you, Goodman Delver.
Give me leave. Here lies the water. Good. Here stands the man. Good. If the man go to this water and drown himself, it is will he nil he. He goes, mark you that. But if the water come to him and drown him, he drowns not himself. Argal, he that is not guilty of his own death shortens not his own life.
And cut. Beautiful work. Only, particularly because you made a tremendous adjustment. Keep in mind that when you're auditioning for anything, and you get a direction on a callback, like I just gave, in terms of a character to try something, and they're looking to see how you can adapt, how quickly you can adapt. A lot of people can't, because they have an idea of how they're going to do it. They've prepared it. They know what they want to do, and it throws them. But any director really does, wants somebody who they can play together, they can work together. So that was terrific. The other thing that you'll see, which of course comes out with working like this, is on film, most of what your work is when you're not speaking. And we forget that. Mm-hmm. So most of the time you were listening, you weren't speaking, but the camera was on you. And you're creating while you're listening. And your eyes were down, you were listening. But when did they come up? And it was a wonderful moment in the beginning when you came up, and then there were some other places where you came up. DJ said something, and that made you go up. Yeah. Brando was particularly good at what he did with his eyes. If you watch his films, he really knows, except in Apocalypse Now, where he didn't know his lines. But he was really good at what he did with his eyes. He choreographed himself. He knew. When do the eyes go up? What line do they go up? It's incredibly important on film with a close-up. Not when you're speaking, but when you're listening. When do the eyes go up, or when do they go down? That's a picture. It registers. Let's turn it around. All this applies to the stage. When you're working on stage, the same thing. You just have to make it bigger. The head turns to register what this would be. Just this is enough in film, whereas on the stage it would have to be something a little bigger, probably. Still the same